Hello and welcome to the Brigade podcast episode 41. My name is Mike and I'm your son.
Yo, what up, guys? We're back. We pretty much had a busy week and we
And
were
weekend.
unable to record. So
Yep.
all of our latest posts have been recording from our previous weeks, but we are back.
Yay.
And we are back on the month of the funny. The
Funny.
the month where like the first day of this month is the ultimate trolls.
We do a little troll.
Yes, everyone does trolling. It's the April Fools.
Yeah. April Fool's Day.
Yeah, whether your friends and family troll you, whether your bosses troll you, whether you troll someone, you never know what to expect on April Fools.
Uh-huh. I mean, there's a lot of random thing that happens on April Fool's Day.
Yeah,
A lot of
lots
people
of
like to
random
troll
things.
people.
We'll talk some of the crazy stuff that we've seen on April Fools. Example, you can never trust a Reddit on April Fools. Don't trust Reddit.
I mean, you can't
Reddit's
trust
the
anyone.
I know, but like Reddit's like the main source. You just go there and you're like, ooh, what is going on?
I mean, any news that comes out on those 2 3 days, I just don't trust it.
Don't
Like,
trust
because they
Reddit.
could be. No, not really. I didn't trust anything. Because it's
No,
like.
it's true. I don't trust anything, but I'm gonna start with Reddit. Do not trust on April Fools. They can be flying everywhere. Like, hey yo, this, that, this, that, and this, and you're like, okay.
I think Twitter might be worse, to be honest.
Twitter's another one where it's like this, that, this, and that.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're following prominent people, or if you're following anything, you just
Yeah.
don't trust it. Whether it be from your favorite game company to leakers to your favorite sporting team to anything. Even if your company, if your company's Instagram, Twitter, like you don't trust anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the wild stuff that we've seen.
So I saw one where it was like, Razer.
Yes.
They they're talking about how they're making a mouse where it's like, how you use a mouse to usually play games.
Yes.
But
Yes.
this mouse also acts as like a shaver for your beard, so
Hey
you can
yo.
play and shave. Look, the advertising did it like made it look a bit like, I guess, like trying advertising it per se, because like the guy was a carry.
Of
So he's like,
course, of
oh,
course,
my
of course.
game
You
performance is
have to,
going
to play
down
the
a little.
part. You go
Yeah,
all out.
yeah. So it's like, and then he just gets the mouse and starts shaving himself, and it just looks funny.
Ah, you go all out. Of course, you go all
Yeah.
out. Um,
How about you? What did you see any funny ones?
of course, I've got a couple of funny ones. Um,
Go.
probably some of the few of my favorite ones is I of course we live in Australia, and in Australia there is and for anime fans know this, the Sydney Manga Anime Show Festival that happens yearly, called Smash Convention. They decide to play on the April Fools by releasing deodorant, their
Lol.
own version of deodorant.
Be funny if they actually start selling it.
No, that was they were like, oh yeah, we got different smell like certain anime tropes such as the kawaii, baka, or sugoi. And I thought it was real, of course, because I'm like, oh, like they always put real stuff. I was fooled, but then I looked at the comment section,
Bro,
like, yo, this is April Fools, and I was like, oh yes, of course. How could I forget,
how did you forget when looking at that?
dude? I got fooled
Oh,
so
dude,
hard.
you were like, I want to smell like a barker.
That's not what I wanted to say.
Uh huh.
But yeah, I was like laughing. Once I figured that out, I was like, oh, you got me good. But then like they full advertised it, so I was like, maybe they're not. But
Maybe
then
they
I'm
want
like,
to.
I don't see any way where I can buy it.
Be funny. Sometimes people do that. with like April Fool's stuff. They actually like sell it and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a great way to market it. You start off as an April Fool's joke, and then it goes like
it makes money.
into an actual product or something cooler. That's like that's
Just
big brain. Because to be fair, I know that there are like people who genuinely like have to announce stuff, like obviously, right? But then it accidentally falls on April 1st, and you're like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's the first one I've been I know. And then of course, as a me, I play a lot of gacha games. So
Yeah.
like, of course, the very most prominent gacha game there is a Genshin Impact. They post on their YouTube community tab, I think, like a whole bunch of characters but in cat forms. So it
Oh
gets
yeah,
people. What we say?
the meow things.
Yeah. So obviously, it's like, wow, like, are we getting pets? No way. Like, obviously, everyone like like that's what they were trying to get the community, but everyone knows April Fools.
Everyone was acting sarcastic and also funny when I saw it.
Yeah, that was great. I also play other gacha games.
Bro.
Gacha gamer. I play a gacha game called Epic Seven, and they have, of course, a April Fool's event. Yeah, they reran the same one from last year, but they add a new one every year. So we had to play the new one, and this new one was really good. It was like how to survive a dungeon 101 or something along those lines. And it took you into the mind of like a character, like an NPC, and you had to play as him, and it had like a great story. It was hilarious. I enjoyed it.
Okay, that's good, I guess.
It was like stupid, but in a good way. You know what I mean? I sat there like, oh, that's kind of stupid, but like I was like chuckling the whole time.
Mm. I saw IGN. They
Yep.
posted on Twitter that this was April Fool's joke, of course, but like they posted on Twitter like every Mario game from now on would be voice acted by Chris Pratt, and
That's a good one. That's a good one.
a lot of people got angry at it because they thought it was real. But when they realized it was like like a April Fool's joke, it was all laughter. But it's funny. It's so funny you see people getting angry for that.
Yeah, yeah. That one's good. You've got the other one. I know is that there was like the Overwatch one. They added the goofy eyes, and then there was like a huge update where like pretty much they put a balance patch, and they were like the real balance patch.
Hmm.
And let's just say they pretty much threw everything at the wall, or like pretty much made all the characters broken in some way or another. And they were like, "Here you go," and then they changed a whole bunch of voice lines to like troll people. That was hilarious.
That sounds
Yeah,
quite. That actually sounded like quite fun to play.
that
To
was like you've got people saying like you've got like I think like one of the characters saying like, what are those when he uses his ultimate, which was pretty funny.
what to do?
Yeah,
Um.
obviously you can't see anymore, but like if you do YouTube it, you can pretty much find it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I
And
know.
what
I
the heck?
know. I just want to mention this last one because I saw it and it was pretty interesting. I know Sonic had one, and it was like a thing like they had like a trailer for it. It was called, like the Death of Sonic, and it was for a game, and it was like a visual novel, and it's like a detective game on like basically you're supposed to solve like how Sonic died. And it was like it looks pretty interesting because it's like, hey, you
Yeah,
get a free game, and it's April Fool's Day. Why not enjoy it? You know what I mean?
yeah, that was an actual game. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's free also, so it's like, yeah, why not? I'm not sure if the
Mm-hmm.
game's out, but it's like they advertise the game for it, so I was like, "Ooh," and I'm pretty sure it's on Steam. I saw it like earlier today on Steam, so like, yeah, why not?
Fair enough. Fair enough. There was like a whole bunch of other like a whole bunch of other like things they used April Fools as marketing. So that's actually a really cool ploy.
Yeah,
And like probably because some of the ones we've mentioned that you guys probably have not seen, but there's obviously if you have Twitter, there's a big one that like Elon Musk decided to change the bird to the Dogecoin Doge.
Dogecoin Doge.
Yeah, it's
It's not even a Doge anymore. It's like the Dogecoin Doge.
like there's so many Doges. That's why I said like that specific Doge.
Well, yeah, but it's like from that meme, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely from that meme.
He's now forever known as the Dogecoin Doge. Such.
Yeah,
But yeah, they changed the logo, and then now every time you log into Twitter, instead of seeing the Twitter bird spin, you see the Doge ENG spin.
yeah, but you see it if you're on your computer, you see it in the top left corner. The Doge always there and it's
Yeah, true.
staring at you menacingly.
But
No, I'm joking. Um,
we both said that.
did we? Oh, dude,
Yeah.
great minds think alike.
That's funny.
Yep,
But
and
yeah,
yeah, there's
company
probably plenty more that we probably missed. Yeah,
probably.
I mean, like, I didn't play any pranks at April Fools. I'm not just saying because I'm like, I'm terrible at that. People will see it right through me. I did prank my. No, I'm joking. Uh,
What?
I didn't prank you. I was gonna say I pranked you.
No, like a
Yeah.
what?
I know you didn't prank me.
No, I didn't. It's too tired of it. So yeah,
Yeah. It's good laugh. Have good laugh. That day and yeah.
go. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's I mean, I don't know how it began as a thing, but it's like it's a good school, good fun and games.
The history of April Fools is probably like there was a jester named April, and then like they named it after.
Maybe.
And what have I said? Don't believe me.
Watch someone like what's the word? Watch someone make like a video essay on like how April Fools began or something. I don't know. I actually watched that to be honest. I watch a lot. I watch like a lot of like weird, like if anything niche that's like an essay, like a video essay. Sometimes I just go, yeah, why not watch it? Looks fun.
Well,
But you know what isn't a whatchamacallit, isn't an
before
April Fool?
before
Or
we go into that,
yeah,
I did a quick Google search because I'm smart. The History Channel says that its exact origins remain a mystery, so I'm just gonna keep it at that.
damn.
There's speculation, but its exact origin remain a mystery.
Aliens did it.
What?
Aliens did it. Aliens.
I'll put a link
Aliens.
to that description in the description. Um,
Alright. Save those
yeah,
if you guys.
it's like that one guy. Like, I'm not saying it's
Aliens.
aliens, but it's aliens.
Aliens.
That one meme.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were you saying before I
Okay.
interrupted you?
So what isn't an April Fool's joke is E3 is cancelled. Like actually, it's not a thing this year. Because you know
E3.
everyone just pulled out. Like Ubisoft pulled out like a week ago. Now, like a couple days ago, Tencent, then Sega, and then E3 realized there's no one really here with us, and they just cancelled it. I mean,
E3.
even if
Yes.
they did continue it, it probably would have been like somewhat of a train wreck because it didn't seem like it was going all good behind the scenes. So I don't
E3.
know.
Yes.
I
So you don't
guess
know what E3
it's
is? It's a like convention like where like a whole bunch of publishers get together and then they showcase their thing. And
to like
yeah, I
journalists.
know. I'm pretty sure Jeff Keighley's there, so like that's the highlight. But
He used
yeah,
to be there. He left. He used to be there.
okay. When Jeff
Oh,
Keighley
fuck.
was there, he
Yeah.
was the highlight because the guy was handsome. But um, yeah, what's it called? E3. It's I think it's just like that. People like big developers were like, yo, we'll just show off what we can show off.
Yeah. I guess E3 kind of just never changed. Kind of stayed the same.
To be fair, right? Though, to be fair, right?
Yeah. Also
E3,
expensive.
yeah, it's probably is also expensive. For me, like E3 is like a great way because, like, for instance, like if you do like your own like showcase, right?
Yeah.
If the problem with doing your own showcase is that, let's say you are a company, aka Ubisoft, for example, and
Yeah.
you want to have a showcase, right?
Yeah.
And the only game you can showcase is Skull and Bones, right?
Yeah.
This example, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it. Keep going.
Why would you like create a Ubisoft like showcase just to show off one game? Do you kind of get what I'm saying?
True.
So that's why like E3 would have been like you get together and like Ubisoft shows off one game, but then like a whole bunch of other so like you know what I mean? So it looks like it's a big package, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then like let's say like you're a gaming company and like you're like example Microsoft, right?
Hmm.
Okay, the reason why I said Ubisoft before because Ubisoft only probably has Skull and Bones in the works at the moment. Um,
Well. Yeah, or Mirage or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, but what I'm saying like big, like a big hit. Mirage is a smaller game. Um,
I guess. I mean, they still
but
have the Avatar game.
yeah, that's still down way down the track. But like, let's say you're Microsoft, right? Who's
Yeah,
like you have like 8 or 9 games because like you never know Microsoft. They might be like developing more than one game, but we are secret on the project that they can't reveal, right? We don't know
yeah.
of because they're not an indie company like Ubisoft. Shots fired. But
Okay.
uh, um, let's say you do participate in E3. E3 only gives you a small section to show something, so you can only show off one thing. Whereas if you do a big thing, you know what I mean,
Yeah, you
like
can
your own
show off.
thing, you could show off like as many things as you want.
Yeah, you're not restricted.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. Like E3 is, I wouldn't say it isn't like E3 is like helpful if you are like have one or two projects that you want to show off. That way you get your time slot and then you just show off within that time, right?
Yeah, I guess because you can like show off like 2 or 3 games, and then you can just have like 1 or 2 of them be like playable.
Exactly, exactly.
Right.
But let's
Yeah.
say, but like as companies, you obviously want to like because like you know like back in the day, like you think about it, like you have E3 and like E3 and like probably a few others, like because you were never the host back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like packs and
Yeah,
other stuff.
exactly, exactly. Um, you'd probably realize like we've got all these games, we can't all show them off at one place. Might as well make our own and show whatever we want to show off. You know what I mean? Without like any time restrictions, without like you know what I mean, without like that's within our control. You know what I mean? Basically,
Yeah.
and we are not competing against. The other one is obviously not competing against other like companies trying to show off at the same time.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because your time slots and all that.
No, no, just time slot. Let's say you are Ubisoft and you are releasing a trailer on the same day as like PlayStation's releasing a trailer,
Or
same day as
Nintendo.
Microsoft
Yeah.
releasing a trailer, and then you sit there and let's say you release Skull and Bones, you're like, oh, this is hype, everyone's gonna talk about it, and then like PlayStation's like, haha, I'm gonna drop on you God of War. It's like
Yeah.
no one's talking about Skull and Bones.
Yeah. True.
So you sit there. So like companies realize, well, there's no point.
Yeah.
That's one
Just
thing. Smaller companies would probably realize E3 is actually a good thing, you know, because smaller companies probably all make one game a year. Example, for example, I don't know any companies, but saying that just like from what I understand, you know what I mean. I'm not saying
mm,
indie companies. I'm saying smaller companies than AAA. You know what I
or
mean? What?
double A
A
companies.
double A, single A companies. Example. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Because like why I don't mention indie companies because indie companies may not have the money to afford a section at E3. I'm just saying
yeah.
single A and probably double A companies, or companies that are like starting up and like you know like that are like have evolved from small indie groups into an actual company, and they're like, all right, let's put our first game. Example, you know what I mean? And the best
Okay.
way to put out your first game is to like get someone else to do all the outside stuff, and you just put out the trailer
True.
because you don't want to like you don't want to put extra pressure on yourself.
I
You know
guess.
what I mean? But then again,
Yeah.
like if you do it, you might be able to hide Jeff Keighley. But
Summer Game Pass.
well, yeah, there's also that. But like what I'm saying is like, so they pretty much get shafted. But
True. I mean, unless there's like distinct like I don't know, maybe people that do like a indie showcase of some kind.
yeah, yeah. But I'm talking about like the biggest shaft is probably is the double A and single A. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unless
Because
they I don't know, unless
like
you
do
get
you,
permission
I'm not
for it.
okay. No, no offense. Like obviously indie companies probably love like they have more care to like the audience and stuff. But do you really want to like if you're doing an indie showcase, do you really want to invite like a double A or single A company to like showcase a game because then that game will probably blow out all the other games in the water and then like no one will be talking about those games. You know what I mean?
I see what you mean, I
But
guess.
like
So
what I'm saying, these guys get shafted because like they let's say you worked on one game, let's say one game and you just want to put out a trailer and you have like a time slot, you put it out, you speak a bit and then it's done. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
Right,
But like
sorry.
again, what were you saying?
I had a voice crack.
No, my bad.
About this.
But the problem is that like that's not sustainable. Like you sit there and like imagine E3 only had that. Like, do you think people would tune in? That's the real question. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So
yeah.
only like for me, it's like only people who are like not not like, looking for something fresh. You know what I mean? Not looking for new
Yeah,
IPs, not looking for like what are Microsoft, Sony, big companies, what are you guys putting out? You know what I mean?
I guess someone's looking for something unique or something.
Exactly, exactly. Someone that's looking for something fresh, something new ideas, not looking for NFTs, like these type of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to say that wouldn't like double A and like single A, if they have publishers, wouldn't the publishers just do their own events and then they can just show it off there?
To be fair, like do you have the money to publish? Because some I know that some double A and some single A
Oh yeah, but the publishers will just pump it up
self-publish.
more.
What?
Oh, well, if some do, sure, but if they self-publish, they might have enough money, might. But if
Yeah,
like
but
they've like a
let's say
dedicated
I'm not saying like yes,
pump it
whatever's
up.
good. You get the publisher to do, but like let's say your publisher doesn't do events. You know what I mean? Example.
God,
I don't know. Maybe I've never heard it. I don't know any big publishing events. Like you know what I mean?
I
I
mean
could be
Microsoft.
completely wrong.
I
I
mean,
could be completely wrong though.
that's all just publishing. EA, publisher, Ubisoft, all that. Those all publishers.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of get that. I'm not saying I don't get that, but like as in like what's it called? Like what I'm trying to get is like I'm trying to understand that like does like EA have like their own showcase? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Be completely wrong. Oh yeah,
they do.
then okay, yeah, maybe you do hand it over to publishers. Maybe you do.
Like if you have like an out, like I know also like THQ Nordic does it. So
But
if they have
to,
like
to be
a
fair, to be fair, right? If you do buy a publisher,
oh, if a
right,
publisher, yeah,
and you are like a single A, double A, like game company, right?
yeah.
Will you be able to afford Division as your publisher? That's just
Oh,
example.
wouldn't it be the other way? Wouldn't the publisher want you technically, like to an extent, like they want you to be under their umbrella to
I think I
publish?
think I think we shouldn't like throw around these before. You know what I mean? We're just talking
Mm,
out of ass. You know, we're chatting out of our ass.
probably.
Okay,
Oh
but
no, I
yeah,
understand how that works.
maybe, bro, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, that's E3 is lost. Let's talk about like the biggest loss would be the gamers, customers, consumers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe
It
journalists on.
all the people at E3 that probably would have made money is like take a huge loss. All the people who wanted to go to E3 and like meet up with your buddies and stuff. You know what I mean? Just sort of like a gaming event or whatever is a loss. You know what I mean? Viewers for announcements is a loss. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It's just a loss.
there's still events because I know Xbox is just well, they're gonna hold the event, but
Yeah,
it's
I'm just
just
talking.
like
I'm just talking about like the loss, like who
yeah,
loses in this scenario. I totally get like there are other events. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's not like
yeah,
E3 is
take
the
your
be all end all. It's completely not. You know what I mean?
take your friends out to a cinema and then put who the who the like directs or whatever that people are gonna host and then just watch them there. Well, night
I mean,
out.
no, it's not just that. It's like it's not that. It's like there might be people all over the world. Like there might be like streamers who like stream with each other. Like YouTubers, YouTube. Like these are like times when they gather together. So you know what I mean. Some people like once in like once a year that you might see. You know what I mean.
Yeah, you can't do it. Or you can
That's
just
just
do it.
example. Yeah, there's plenty. And there's also another gatherings place for like people, like-minded people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, Obviously it's not nowadays, but like back in the past, like some people would be criticized for liking things. So like gamers would be like a small like breed of people. You know what I mean? You kind of get what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Wait,
Like yeah,
wait,
no,
what?
'cause I remember that. Though, I remember back in my day when like there were people like when I was young that there were people like that were like that would say their gamers would be like a small group of band of people, while like there were people like you know what I mean? Kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, so this would have been like I'm not saying like this is the only one, but like this is where like just like-minded people get together, and it's just great. You know what I mean?
true. It's
It's
just a break.
there's obviously more than just gaming group. I'm talking about this like whether you be like I know anime fans had this struggle as well, like that you were ostracized in school and like stuff that if you like anime back in the past, I'm just talking about like you know what I mean, and that like conventions were a great way to get together. It's just all these types of like you know what I mean. You kind of get
Mm.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
I get what you
yeah. So
mean.
just yeah. Maybe what's it called? You don't have that many gaming friends, and this is the one place you can meet up. Example. Obviously it's an expensive one, but like you know what I mean.
I guess just wait for Paxton.
I mean, we
Direct.
have PAX near us, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
don't
not in
think we don't
Sydney,
have
but we got
to
in
wait.
Melbourne most of the time.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so like if we want
Well,
to meet the
well,
gamers and like make gamer friends, we go there.
it's not like we even go there anyways.
I think there
Yeah.
was a PAX in Sydney a long time ago. I just didn't know.
No, they had once not PAX. They had like EB World or something. They had like an EB Games kind of thing. Don't remember. It was years ago, and they had like some
That's all good.
event.
I now go to Smash and I just chill there, like-minded anime fans.
Yeah, why not? Buy
All
stuff.
right. Let's just keep it rolling. The next bit of news we got to discuss is the Last of Us being ported over to the PC.
Yeah, and it works
So,
totally well. No bugs or anything akin to that. Eh?
okay, I want to know that did so just so I know this, right? Because I don't know the
Yeah.
full story of this. Like, did like PC games want Last of Us on the ported? Like, that's the first question.
Yes.
Okay, so this was something that was asked for, and this was just something that Sony decided to do.
Yeah.
But then, like, just so I get this clear, not the original creators ported it.
No.
Okay, and then when we got it, it was what it is.
It is what it is. But you can't blame the people who ported it because they've also ported other games and they've been good. So I guess it's just been kind of like a like what would you call it? A like not
I'm
poor
not.
communication,
I look.
like
I'm not putting blames on anyone, right?
yeah,
It might be the way it was designed and when it was like ported. Like, obviously, see, the interesting thing is this isn't like an upscale port. You're not porting like a mobile to like a PC or like PlayStation, Xbox, like with the Grand Theft Auto. Was that when you upscaled it, you know what I mean? The glaring issues popped up. You know what I mean?
no, but if this was just like I mean I think this should have been even easier. It's
No,
a
no, that's what I'm saying. It's not an upscale. So like that's what I'm saying. Like it will, like for example, like I said, the Grand Theft Auto stuff, right? Any
like a
issues that
remake.
happen with the mobile, right? When you upscale, because you're upscaling, you're not remaking stuff,
Yeah,
right? And there was always going to be issues. And then because of like like the way coding works, like all these things changes. The difference is this isn't like an upscale. I'm trying to say this is like you know what I mean.
mm.
It's like pretty much like it should be a one-to-one port, just changing. You know what I mean? Like what works, like the back end stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you pretty much, I don't think you're touching the code a
I think it
lot.
was a failure of quality control.
But yeah, it's like I think it's
It
just
was
like
delayed also.
well, yeah.
It was
So it's
just a
really
really early one.
interesting. Like it's really interesting. Did like what was Last of Us like just a like Last of Us is a great game. Like from like everyone thing. I haven't
We
played it,
haven't played it. Yeah, neither of us have played it, but we've
but
heard
what
it's
I know is that like what I'm saying is like that. This shouldn't be too hard to port. You know what I mean?
no, it shouldn't.
It's not like I said, another thing. It's not a Nintendo Switch port to like another thing, which Nintendo Switch has got all like weaker hardware. You know what I mean? So again,
No,
it's not it's a PlayStation to a computer. You know?
like you're not like there's nothing you have to like other than like making it fit the like controls and maybe some certain like options. Everything else is fine. Like all the assets will work. Everything should work because it's like the hardware is better, if not comparable.
Technically, PC hardware should be stronger.
Yeah, technically, but I mean it should run without issue. That's what I mean.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
interested in. Like, what happened? Like, see, for me, it's like what happened. I'm not blaming the porters and I'm not blaming the devs, right?
Mm.
Because I don't know who to blame. Okay, you gonna go? I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's like because of the show, they kind of just want to get it out there,
No, no, I
and they
completely agree. Like it's
yeah,
fair point. The fans asked for it. The show's going great. You know what I mean? Might as well like capitalize on this opportunity.
yeah. I think
Uh,
something just maybe messed up somewhere. I don't know how it messed up this badly though, because like
Look, right, exactly. Like think
performance
about it.
is
If you want to do
bad.
quality of life changes, you're not like messing with anything old. You are like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because like performance is bad. Uh,
Yep.
many bugs. You know,
Yep.
how some new games now they have to compile shaders and all
Yep.
that, so it looks good. That takes 2 hours apparently, and it
hmm
can crash during it. And it's just like, and the amount of bugs is hilarious. And NPC and AI is also dumb half the time. So it's
Okay,
like,
so okay, let's just take a step back, right? Has
yeah,
has Sony said anything?
I don't think not Sony themselves, but the Naughty
or
Dog, the
devs or
developers,
anyone?
the original developers of the
Yeah.
game,
Hmm.
said they're sorry for the like how the game, the current state of the game, and they'll try to fix it.
Okay. Okay.
But it's like, yeah, but it's like, ooh, you know what I mean? It's like I don't know what happened. Like
This is like
like
it's
they've heard
so
their
interesting.
concerns and they're trying to fix it, but it's like, damn, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because like I said, like you are not porting old hardware, like the PS4 or PS5, right?
Yeah,
Let's
it's
say
just.
PS4 for easy because like it was probably released for PS4. Like you know what I mean?
I mean, it
Is
was released for PS4 PS5. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
I know,
but
but I'm saying is like let's say like you're trying to talk about the weakest specs that can run it, and it looks fine on
yeah,
PlayStation, right? And like obviously like it's not like these like are worse that much worse than a PC. You know what I mean?
yeah.
When you think about it, like when you think about it, obviously a high end PC. I'm not trying to say like that we're trying to upgrade all the way to like the high end where like we're just trying to upgrade to a PC. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like it's really interesting how like that step like I just want to know what happened. You know what I mean? Did someone like let's say like I don't know like let's rewrite the code like that could have happened. You know what I mean? That could totally
maybe,
happen.
or
You
maybe,
know, but it's
maybe
a
the
port.
engine,
My question is it's not a remake, it's not a remaster. It's just a port.
maybe something to do with like engine, the engine itself, maybe
Maybe,
on
yeah,
PC,
you know,
or as streamlined.
maybe.
I
There's
mean,
too
I'm
many
concerned.
questions.
Look, I find it funny that a look. Let's a PS4 came out 10 years ago at this like
Yes,
at rate.
yes.
So I'm surprised a console from that long ago can run the game better than a PC. And it's like, huh? I don't know. It's a bit questionable, but it's like, what, what can you do? I guess just gotta wait for them to fix it.
Yes, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this is not comparison in terms of run. Clearly, something has happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, clearly.
Mm. Because if you think about it, like I said, you know, you're not porting mobile, you're not porting a Switch, you're not porting like a DS, you're not porting like a crazy. I wouldn't say old, like crazy weaker tech. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
it's
because like
it's
obviously those ones would require massive changes because if anything ported, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and
Like hmm, go
and it's
ahead.
like some users who have like high end like PCs are struggling to run like 30 FPS on the game, and you're like,
Yeah, too many questions. We'll have to wait
hmm.
and see what they post, and we'll have to see if it gets any better.
Apparently, just so people are clear, it's like on Steam because that's where it was released on. It's like 47% like reviews, so it's mixed currently. It's like, damn, like scrolling through it, it's like it does
And
not look.
the problem is that like these are all like bug related, 100%.
Yeah, and some people like because how the game was only on PlayStation. Some
Mm-hmm.
people's like, "I'm gonna wait until it comes out on PC and then just play it." So some of these would be the people playing it for the first time,
Of course,
and
of
it's just
course.
a mess. And it's like, and it's a good game, so you're just like, ooh, what can you do? Just gotta hope they patch it quickly.
It'll be there. It'll be there.
Eventually, it'd be there, yeah, but like, damn.
Okay, so let's discuss this. So, spoilers for anyone who has gotten up to this point. Spoiler.
Yep, spoilers for the Mario
Well,
movie.
let's say it before we say spoiler.
Well, yeah, but like we should tell them what it is,
Because I'm saying
Spoiler, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
today of the day of this recording, we this is one day post release of the Mario movie that we watched. We watched opening night of Mario movie.
Yep.
So this is a spoiler of the Mario movie. Spoiler. Lightning McQueen dies. Spoiler.
Lame.
I just wanted to say
Okay.
something funny.
Oh, sure.
Okay, but for reals, let's start talking about Lightning. No, the Mario
Let's
movie.
not talk about the Mario movie, yeah, the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Yeah, Super Mario Bros. Movie. Yeah, and then some of the
Dumb
I
takes.
wouldn't say yeah, kind of controversial things that happened alongside with it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biggest spoiler, Chris Pratt actually did a good performance.
No, let's start Nintendo. Let's start from the history, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo. This isn't Nintendo's first Mario movie.
No, it's not.
It's not. They've got the original Mario Bros. I think that's what it's called, like Mario Bros.
I
Um,
think so. I don't remember, to be
the
honest.
one that is released that not many people know, and was not good. So after many, many, many years of not releasing those, or after that release, they released a Mario movie,
Yeah, it's animated,
and it's animated this time.
made by Illumination.
Yes.
The people who
Um.
brought you Mignon.
Yep. And they wanted to go all out for obvious reasons because if Mario again biggest not the biggest is the mascot of Nintendo.
Yeah, he's like one of the most recognizable people in gaming.
Yep.
Probably.
Everyone knows him. Your great grandparents probably know him. Everyone knows him.
Yeah.
Um. So they want it to be a hit because of that reason, but also if it's a hit, and people like it, this opens up the avenues for many other video game adaptations by Nintendo. Maybe a Zelda movie,
Maybe.
maybe a
That one could work.
Metroid movie,
That one could also probably work.
maybe a Splatoon movie.
That one I'm a bit iffy on, but maybe.
No, like I'm just saying, like games.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I think because how big Mario is, it kind of works because it's the same
Right, but
base.
like but
From
this
the other.
also like proves that like if a if a movie related like if a
If you
movie.
put love into your movie, it works.
Yeah,
Like
exactly, exactly. And then like gamers are gonna see it regardless. You know what I mean?
yeah, like the
And then
amount of
like
love
again, we
put
have
into
not
the
seen what
movie
we
is like
say.
Sonic. I was gonna say the amount of love that's been put into the movie is like comparable to like Sonic.
Right,
Sonic.
right.
Yeah.
But like okay, yeah, but like think about this. We haven't seen figures yet.
No, we haven't.
Probably want to probably guess
I guess it's probably
it's
really high.
probably one of the top grossing films of all time,
Hmm.
and that is 100% without a doubt. You know
Probably.
what I mean?
Yeah, probably made a lot of money.
Yeah, and this will like I said, like if Nintendo is happy with this, like like a Zelda movie might actually be a probability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe.
on other movies, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe like that's not like it is like it is so crucial that they got this first one right. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Because like look, I would love to see a Zelda movie. I would love to see a Metroid movie. I'd love to see like I don't know another IP movie. I'd like to see a whole bunch of other movies.
I
Now
mean,
let's talk.
I'd
What?
love to see other movies. I was gonna say sorry to cut you off. I'd love to see some other like movies from Nintendo's catalog and
Yeah,
like have it blossom, I guess. And I guess I'll just keep stay with Illumination.
yeah.
Or
But like it's like I said, like if this one flopped, right? Then like there is no way like it's probably going to be another 10, 15 years wait until we see like them try again. Let's be
yeah,
honest. Okay. Now, for the movie itself, like Mike said, Chris Pratt, fantastic.
yeah,
If
he's
we're gonna go
fantastic.
voice acting, I wouldn't. I'd
To
say
say
like,
they shafted him in the trailers would be an understatement.
dude, that's probably like they probably like like let's
Got him
record
for
first takes. Let's record
yeah,
first takes, and then like they're like, all right, we need to put out a trailer. You know what I mean?
yeah. In the trailer, in the movie, they're like, all right, this is our 53rd take. All right, let's go. And then it was just the best. Something, you know what I mean?
Like, look, I when I say the word fantastic before, I don't mean like it's like fantastic. I mean like it's fantastic compared to the original one that we heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when we originally heard him, he just sounded like himself.
Yeah. Plus, like there are like dumb lines that never exist.
I
Like
mean, they cut
Mushroom
out a
Kingdom,
lot of
here we come. Like that never exists.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
You
Yeah,
don't
that
have to
I was
say
waiting
it.
for that, and then when I saw it, when it didn't appear, I was like, good, because it sounded bad.
Yeah, there are
Yeah,
lines that obviously didn't appear. Yeah, but other than that, Chris Pratt, I think he did it fine for what
oh,
he did. Who else? Let's move on to Luigi Charles Martinet. Fine, I think it's good. It suits him.
Charles
Nothing bad
Martinet
to
is
say.
the
What'd you say?
isn't Charles Martinet the original voice actor for
Not Charles
Mario?
Martinet. What did I say?
Ain't Charles Day? Isn't that his
Yeah,
name?
that's it. That's it. I made a mistake.
Oh, Charlie there. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Charlie Day. Yep. Okay. Yep.
you did a great job.
Yeah, did a great job. Let's
Sure.
hop into Charles Martinet. I already made a mistake. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
He voiced
cameos.
it like the and
The
like the
advertisement.
parents and like the advertisement and like the other thing at the start, like the other
The
one.
cameo look.
Yeah, so he had a few
Yeah,
cameos.
he was like Jumpman. I guess that's what
Yep.
he's supposed to be. Yeah. Um,
And you, Peach and I forgot her name.
Anna Taylor
Yep.
Joy. I have the entire cast pulled up. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Uh,
It's like good enough. I think it's great.
I think it was really good to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just chucking
Uh,
words. See, my problem was when we saw the list. Like, let me just be frank with you,
it
right?
like
When we
Star
saw the list at the start, I don't think anyone was bad except for like Chris Pratt.
Chris. Yeah.
That was the only one.
True.
Let's the final two main casts, I'd say.
So yeah.
Bowser.
Jack Black.
This was really good. This was like on point.
Yeah. Especially with the singing, it was great.
Yes, we'll discuss that in a bit.
Yeah, we'll
Uh,
discuss it.
Probably
Yeah.
was like it was hilarious. That was funny.
Yeah. I love how
Uh,
that they credit that in the like credits. Like it's
I mean,
actually
because
so
it's I said it was written by
true.
him. That's what I
Yeah.
was like. Oh,
Really,
okay.
it was written made by him. Yeah.
Seth Rogen,
As Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong. That one also worked.
Yeah, worked really well.
Okay, so the
And
voicing I think was
oh,
great.
wait, Toad,
Toad. Oh yes, Toad.
Keegan Michael Key. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
he
he was
was
great. He
really
was
good.
great. He was great. Honestly, he was great.
So yeah,
I think.
I think
Okay. As
everyone did
for
well.
the other thing that probably was controversial, the designs,
Like
the
how it looked
designs of
like.
the characters, like Donkey Kong looked different.
Oh, it looked a bit different. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no,
Um,
I didn't have a problem with it, in my
didn't
opinion.
have a problem either. I don't have a problem with. I think Peach looked a bit different. I don't have a problem with that either.
Yeah.
Mario
Oh
Luigi
well.
looked fine. Like everyone else looked
Yeah.
fine. Um,
Bowser looked a tiny bit different.
what?
Bowser looked a bit different.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say.
Bowser looked different. Yes, but he looked.
Yeah.
I don't think
No, but
that.
no. Again,
Yeah,
they're all fine. I never
hmm
problem.
we did get to see a cameos of like Baby Mario, Baby Luigi. We did see Baby Peach, so they all looked fine.
They literally took they literally got the models for like Mario Kart and just like made it look better.
Yes,
What it is. It looked funny though, not gonna lie. So I was like, oh my god, because I don't. It wasn't even like Mario Kart wasn't the first thing I thought of. The first thing I thought of was like, Mario and Luigi Partners in
that
Time.
Partners in Time.
That was the first one I thought of. But then when I saw Peach, I'm like, ah, yeah, this is from Mario Kart and whatnot.
Yep, and then
So,
like okay. As for like, let's what else we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about characters that were missing?
sure. So well, I mean, Daisy was missing.
Okay,
And
Daisy. Okay, Daisy was missing.
yeah,
Wario and Waluigi were missing.
yeah.
Um, the main Yoshi, we did see Yoshi Island.
But we didn't see
A
we didn't see
Yoshi,
Yoshi himself. Yeah, we didn't see
Yoshi
him.
himself. There was no
We
Yoshi
saw him
himself.
for like 2 seconds, like at the Yoshi's like island.
Yes, and we did see a post-credit scene.
Yeah,
Again, yeah. The spoilers, but like, yeah, there was an egg hatching, but like, I don't know
we
where
didn't
that's
see
gonna
it
lead.
again. Yeah.
We did not see Bowser Jr. or any of the Koopalings.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect that to be honest.
But yeah, but like still, it
Uh,
would have been nice if Bowser Jr. Maybe
yeah. Rosalina, but of course, like,
Rosalina as well. We did see like the star thing,
yes, like one of the star. What are they called? Not
the
star.
Lunas or whatever.
Lunas.
But
Oh,
yeah,
look
it's
at
not the
that
yellow one that we
guy.
originally see. It's a different color.
Yeah. Such a
Um,
pessimistic, such a
Other than that, I think
pessimistic
that's pretty
character.
much spot on.
We did see a lot of like. I wasn't expecting. What's her name?
Bomb
No. King
King
Bomb.
Boo.
No.
Oh, obviously. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot her name.
No,
Like
I was
the
expecting.
New Fork City or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
the mayor. I wasn't expecting her to
no,
be
it's not.
honest.
It's not New Fork City. What am I saying?
Well, the isn't it? Oh,
The one
Brooklyn. Whatever.
from Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like New Donk City.
Oh, I said New Fork. What am I saying?
Yeah, like
Uh,
the mayor. What I don't remember her name. She has a specific
she's in
name.
the original Donkey Kong where they do the barrel.
Yeah, Yeah, what's her name? I'll have to look it up
We
if
did
you.
see that in the arcade. That was kind of cool. Like we did see like
Yeah,
the original Donkey Kong. That was kind of cool.
yeah, and the character Charles
Martin.
Marty is that Martinet was playing. Yeah, he was playing it, so makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay. Soundtracks again. We had like an excellent choice. We had like so many Mario games.
yeah, it was like so many
I
references.
know
Look, yeah,
DK rap. That was cool.
yeah, DK rap. It's
That was
Pauline.
really
That's her
cool.
name. Pauline. Pauline.
Oh yeah.
That's
Uh,
her name.
the what's it called?
DK
Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong, and then like so
That was cool.
yeah.
Um, there was like some obviously some like old like songs as well
Yeah.
that like just thrown in there. I thought it was okay.
Like I heard, like you could hear, like if you play like
No,
the
I'm talking
original.
about like non Mario songs that I was talking about.
Oh, you mean original music?
Yeah, original music there that was
Yeah,
there. But yeah, like you said, there was a lot of Mario soundtracks. Which one did you
yeah.
want to specify? Which one?
I was gonna say, when they were like I think looking at the pipes before they,
Yes, there's a
yeah,
lot of
they
sound
were
in the
like
soundtrack.
it was World One Level Two, that soundtrack
No,
that you
no, no, no,
usually
no, no.
play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
there.
that I
That
was
was there.
playing. Yeah, it's like I like instantly recognize it because you're like you
It's,
hear it on
these
sound.
they are recognizable tracks. The
Yeah,
GameCube from like the smartphone that was cool.
Super Mario Galaxy when they pan towards like the stars at one
There is
point.
a lot. Yes, I don't know
Yeah.
all the soundtracks, but there is a lot.
3D World had there was a soundtrack from 3D World. I recognize that because I played that game way too much.
There is a lot. There is a lot of soundtracks.
Yeah, they use a lot of like Mario Kart.
Yep, there is a Mario
Like
Kart soundtrack.
yeah,
There is definitely soundtrack is amazing. I'm pretty happy with that.
so many, just like the amount of references in this in this
Yes,
movie.
references to so many Mario games. Very happy with that.
Yeah,
Um,
Mario games, Mario characters, Mario, like even the map. It's like it looks like a Mario World map. You know,
it's yes.
games.
Okay,
We
so
wanna
let's start story wise.
the plot.
As a very simple plot. Mario is always very simple.
Yeah, yeah, makes
Um,
sense.
it did have like a story where Bowser's obviously going to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. That's just standard plot. You know what I mean? There are so many instances where either Bowser's trying to kidnap Peach or Bowser's going to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. It's one of the two. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In most Mario games, and then obviously they had the Mario Odyssey where like Bowser's actually trying to marry Peach. Those are the three
yeah.
that they usually have, and they went with he did kidnap Peach at the end like to marry her. So it wasn't the traditional Mario where Mario has to go save the princess.
Technically not. Yeah,
There is a Mario has to save, but his brother. So
yeah.
there is that.
Well,
Um,
that's the most original part of the plot. It's like they're not from the kingdom; they're just from Brooklyn.
yes, but I'm just talking about Mario in general, just like the standard plot.
Yeah,
Um, yes. So let's again like stay very standard. Bowser wants to marry Princess Peach, or he'll destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. You know what I mean? Then ends up kidnapping Peach in order to like, you know what I mean? Marry her, and then Mario has to save her. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean,
Very
that's
basic
like
plot, and the only difference is like that Mario is also doing this just to save Luigi.
basically,
That's pretty much the plot. That's pretty much the plot. And then in order doing so, they need help from like Donkey Kong and the crew, and that's pretty much it. The interesting things. Let's talk about the start of the movie, right?
oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the stars, like where will the what's all like the character motivations and all that come into play and whatnot.
Well, it's legit sets Mario up as a loser.
Basically, yeah.
Mario and Luigi set them
Really
up
are.
as losers. Shows them they are plumbers because it's always been told that Mario and Luigi are plumbers, but they never do any
Yeah,
plumbing in the games.
yeah.
Um,
They show them actually trying to do plumber stuff. I guess
yes.
like a plumbing job
And
and a belt.
it's not just like we actually did get to see a lot of like plumbing job. It's not just like advertisement and they go there. Like we saw them try and fix and with the dog scene, like the
Yeah,
pipes, and then we saw them try and save Brooklyn with the
with
pipes
plumbing.
again.
Yeah. And then that's when they
Split.
so they
Yep.
fall down in the pipe area. They fall down somewhere, and they're looking at through pipes to see what's causing this issue.
Hmm.
And Luigi's looking at this weird pipe, and they get sucked in it. And then Mario goes to investigate,
Right,
and he
and
gets
then the ending bit is like that.
they
They
get
sent
separated.
back to Brooklyn, and then like
Yeah,
Mario and Luigi legit save Brooklyn.
stay Brooklyn with using the star and
Yep.
looked way off. And then
Yes, it
everyone
did.
And then if anyone back like a couple months back thinks Sephiroth had a chance of being these two, no, he did not.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah. And then like, because it's
um,
supposed to be character development, like Mario and Luigi, like these
yeah,
Zuzus, they he Mario pretty much develops, and then like uh
and these their parents
at
and
the
like
end, Luigi also gets some development. Yep. I don't know where
eventually.
Luigi gets it though,
Yeah.
because like he was pretty much trapped in the cage the whole time. But yep,
I mean, he
that's
steps up
fine.
to his brother, basically.
Yeah, pretty
Just
much. He wants to be on the same of his brother, and like they yeah, and that's pretty much about it.
yeah, like the new like the moral of the story is like bros, like brothers.
Exactly.
But like, and then we got like what post credit scene where it's them back in the Mushroom Kingdom, even though
Hmm.
it's kind of confusing how it's there, how they're there, and how it's integrated because of
We that will not that's not explained, which is completely
yeah, it's
fine.
not
I don't really care about that like that
because
much.
like to just to make to explain it,
Oh,
it's like
yep.
they stuff from their world came to Brooklyn at the end, and
Yes.
it not explained if they're back there or it's all in Brooklyn still. They didn't explain that.
No,
So it's
true. But what's I mean, like think about this. Like I think Mario and Luigi would probably prefer like the Mushroom Kingdom
yeah, they probably
over
prefer.
Brooklyn. Like
Oh,
that's like you know what I mean.
yeah, but
But
it's
then
like
again, we see them picking up the plumbing kit and jumping in a pipe, so they might be going back to
yeah,
Brooklyn to work. Who the hell knows?
no,
Okay.
they showed the house is now in the Mushroom Kingdom. Like they have
Yeah.
a mushroom house, but it doesn't. It really doesn't explain it. Like
No,
if
it doesn't
anything,
explain that. That's
we
which is
explain.
completely fine. Like it doesn't have to.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and then there's
Uh,
another scene after that,
yeah. Which
which is just the Yoshi egg like hatching, but it doesn't show what
yes,
comes out of it.
it's
And
like
then
yep. Um,
yeah. Oh, actually, we do get another one of like what's his name? I think it's during the credits where like Bowser's singing.
Bowser's singing. Yep.
Yeah, like a little tiny like a lad now, and then the Toad's like, "Hey, it's time for you to go to sleep or whatever." To his drum.
Yep. So like
That probably didn't make sense unless you watched the movie, to be
yeah.
honest.
I think like there was a somewhere I was reading online. I gotta probably find it later. There was um
What?
a because Princess Peach is a very interesting character in this.
Oh, I think I know what you're referring to.
Yeah,
I think.
Anatolia J put up. There was an article where she said she didn't want to play it unless like they changed her,
Hmm.
which I think is like like just people, but what you know what I mean? Doesn't want to be just captured and like taken away. But to be
I
fair,
think it
like
works better
what?
like this. I think it works better like this.
Right, because think about it, like Mario goes and he isn't like the first human there. It's like obviously Peach is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because she
And then,
was raised there.
right, she was raised there, and like if you think
Hey,
about it, right,
yeah,
um, this one like Mario, yes, he is the weaker character compared to Princess Peach in this, just because she was the one who trained in like the Mushroom Kingdom. She was there when she was a baby, compared to
yeah,
Mario, who was just there, at that time. So that
yeah,
makes
but
sense. But like I'm saying, it's like this is a different Princess Peach to the Princess Peach that we thought we'd
yeah,
see.
yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
also
And it works well. It works completely fine.
yeah, work, and also like Mario has like an unrelenting will, like that's one of his character traits. So
Oh
that was one.
yes. Because like
Yeah.
yeah, and that's shown again from the start because he quit his original plumbing job to
Even
do.
though like
Yeah.
Peach is probably stronger than him, he just has a more will, and he's like he wants to save his brother and all that. So it's like yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
he's still
Like
stronger.
again, like he never gives
Wants
up. Like
yeah,
basically.
basically yeah.
Um. Yeah. So
Damn, was the movie good? Sorry,
what were we
that's
saying?
I was like, but damn, is the movie good?
No, the movie's great. The movie's great. There are some great stuff. Let's talk about the potential that the movie showed in terms of like for the Mario Kart scene, right? Everything's a reference. Pretty much everything's a
Oh,
reference.
okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. Everything is a reference. Yes.
But Mario Kart scene, however, showed us like some of the directions that like um they may go in the future with Mario Kart because they've got rockets on Mario Kart. They've got
Well, are you talking like for the game,
I'm
or you
talking about
mean?
maybe like because like why else would they show this? Like they could have
I
just
think it's
copied.
just I think it's just so it looks unique. Because
Yeah, no,
I like
it
the
definitely
only
does look unique. I
yeah
completely agree, and it works well, right?
yeah. and it's used in a part for the story, a bit for the
Yeah,
story.
yeah, it completely worked well and completely fine. But I'm just really, do you think that they can use this and then upcoming? We don't know if it's upcoming in the next
Oh
Mario
yeah,
in the next Mario Kart. Like,
next Mario Kart is probably like years away at this
yeah,
rate,
but
but
like, do you kind of get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
it's my takeaway. I see this and I'm like, that would be cool if we can play with that. You know what I mean?
It would, but will they? If
Will that?
anything, it probably just be in Mario Kart Tour. You know what I
Who
mean?
knows? Who knows? Who knows? But
Yeah.
it's something to think about. Like when we see you see something like that, you're like, you know what I mean?
Or cosmetics. Maybe like, here in the next season pass, here is the Rainbow Road from the movie, and here's some skins, for example.
Maybe. But
Maybe.
like again, like that would be that's really nice. Like they show us, like maybe like it's like because like they're working on stuff. And they're like, oh, we can't show them because we're not ready. Maybe we can just
Yeah.
implement it here. Like there's all
Maybe.
this like that's really nice. That if that's what they did, it could be
Bro, like
completely
if
what?
I like every time, like every scene, you think it's so thought out so well. Every scene has references and it works well, and it's not like what's the word? It's not.
Dude, the pace is so good. It doesn't stick
Yeah,
to a scene too long, so
it's
it
yeah.
works.
What was I saying? It's basically it's like it's thought out, but it's not like out of this world kind of thing.
Right. So
It's
for
like
me,
Donkey Kong City. It's all based on like carts. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no,
But it's
that's
not good.
cool. Yeah,
And then when they get their help, they have like a Mario Kart builder, which looks like the games, but it makes sense because their
yeah,
society
yeah.
is based on it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
It's definitely cool. It's definitely all that stuff.
and it
100%.
works.
Some stuff I think that the movie missed. There's
Like
no
what's
reference to any of the Mario sports game.
I guess
No Mario Tennis. No Mario like Super Sluggers. There's no Mario like Strikers. What you know what I mean? None
the
of
thing
that.
is like would how that would like be a bit like
No, I get that. I
yeah.
completely do. But like, I'm just
I
saying
don't
that
know how
like
they would.
if you're expecting any of these sports games, there is none. There is just
No,
none.
of course not. Like the closest you'll get is just Mario Kart if you look
Yeah.
at that sport.
The next
The
thing is
closest.
like no desert world.
I mean, there was no desert, but there was also like what you saw the ice wall for like 2 seconds. I mean,
But yeah, I know.
it
But
was
like desert world is like desert world
on the
is
map.
the staple of Mario for me.
I mean, for instance, they could have showed it during the montage, maybe. Yeah,
Correct. Like
yeah,
there's
those things.
nothing at all because there's no desert world and there's none of those like the things that go up and it's like the spiky ball things. You know what I mean?
Ah, those. Yeah, I guess so.
Because like those are like think about this. That's World 2 of Mario.
Sure. I mean, I
It's
definitely
like
saw something akin to that, like on the map, though. You know, the map that
oh yeah, no,
literally.
they showed that, but like, I'm just saying, just think about this. Like
Yeah,
World 2 of the map, there is a desert in Mario Kart, pretty much. Um,
this is in every Mario
yeah,
game.
exactly. This is
It's
one
like,
that doesn't have it. I think that's which is Dry Bones Desert. I think that's what it's called.
mate. I mean, every game has something different. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Luigi's Mansion. No Luigi's Mansion.
No, yeah, no Luigi's Mansion, but it's like, well, I
There
guess
is Luigi's Horror Beat
like,
where Luigi like pretty much like gets
Luigi was sent to the Dark
spooked.
Land, bro.
Yeah, Luigi spooked.
Bro, those Shy Guys were terrifying. Like, I was not expecting that. Like, how to make Shy Guys terrifying? Literally put them in a dark room and just have the lights turn on like 2 seconds. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
yes.
terrifying.
There is a lot like there is a lot of like things that and I'm totally fine with these missing. Like I don't mind like because
Yeah,
like the movie is great. Like the movie's overall is great, fantastic movie.
it works. Like, what's the word? Like, it works.
What?
Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
like
it does.
say it's welcome or anything. Because if it went longer, I feel like it
No,
might.
it did not need to go longer.
Yeah, because it was only like an hour and a half or something around there.
Something
It's
like
like
that. Like it can't be any longer, fam. Like you stretch it out and then like the references get boring. It's like another reference. You're like, you know what I mean? You can't stretch it out. You know what I mean?
yeah, it was an hour and 32 minutes. So it's
And
like yeah,
if you add like complexity to Mario, it's like no, you don't need to add complexity to Mario. You know what I mean?
yeah, because it's a simple movie and it's like
Family
what's the
friendly movie. It's family
family
friendly
friendly
movie. It's supposed to be family friendly. Everyone needs to realize it's a
movie?
family friendly.
Yeah,
We
like it
will
might
talk
have
about critics in a bit. We will definitely talk about critics in a bit.
like I know some bits maybe a bit scarier or a bit more uh happy go laughing than others, but overall it's it's PG film. It's made for
Yeah,
kids. And it's good for the family. But like
yeah,
the movie we sat in, it was packed.
Yeah,
entire lesson was packed with kids.
I was not expecting like okay, Donkey Kong picking up the fire flower. That's
I
such
guess
an
so.
interesting take. Like
I mean, you
Donkey
could say the
Kong's not
same.
known for taking picking up items.
You could say the same for Peach, but then like Mario 3D World, but it's like you know
Yeah,
what I mean.
Mario 3D World, which is fine. Yeah,
But it's like, I mean, can't you say like doesn't he do that in like Mario Strikers? I guess like picks up an item.
I don't know,
I don't know, bro.
Sam.
It's like
Um,
I know it's a bit weird, but he did it once in the movie, so I think it's fine.
which is fine, and
Yeah.
it's fine.
I love how he robbed the Mario of the Fire Flower though. Like Mario's gonna grab it and
Yeah,
then
he
like
blew it out.
and
Like,
he
oh
blew it
yeah,
out.
there's so many comedic moments. It's great.
Sure.
Uh, yeah.
And like every power up except I think maybe the one from the New Super Mario Bros. One, like the
The
like the
propeller.
flying propeller mushroom got like
Same.
yeah like got like some screen time like like the okay so the superhero outfit got representation in the
Yep,
ad,
yep, yep.
you know mushroom the normal mushroom the tiny
Dude,
mushroom five flower
yeah,
Luigi
like
outfit and all that yeah.
I was like, Mega Mushroom was the missing one. I think Mega
Megas
Mushroom would have been cool.
they also had the cow outfit. I guess the penguins, but the penguin outfit, but like there's literally penguins there.
You don't need to go penguins.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the ice flower to be honest.
Peach
I
picks up
was
the ice power. That was like crazy.
she like slaughtered with it. She went on like a spree. Uh,
Yep.
even the blue show was in the movie.
There was a lot of
Yeah,
references, and
we're not doing it justice because of how many preferences there are.
yep.
Go watch.
There are some great bits. Hands down, best character is Bowser. There is no better. I don't think there was a better character than Bowser. I think
Probably.
Jack
I
Black
mean,
perfected Bowser. I think Jack Black perfected Bowser.
maybe you could say like I don't know. Cranky Kong was funny.
It was
I don't know.
okay.
Right? Yeah.
I think he
I
had weak
probably
lines though. Bowser had way better. It's Bowser like Bowser and Kamek's relationship. The two of them are so good. The
yeah.
duo, the dynamic duo.
Phew.
Yeah,
I did like Peach though. Peach, I think was also
no, I
high.
think in the dynamic duo of Kamek and like Bowser, especially when Bowser, okay, Bowser sings about Peach because he loves her.
Yeah,
Uh, Bowser practices with Kamek, and then like when Bowser says his line, is like, "I told you so it works." Like, you're doing great. Like they
yeah.
put like, you know what I mean? Like
He's doing
it's
great,
the
honey.
yep.
Yeah. But no, I like everyone's
No,
performance.
I do. I just think like
Probably
Bowser
the
like
fact
takes it to the next level. I think Jack Black like
honestly, Toad also did
Third is
really well.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's honor. I also did
Um,
like Peach. I did like Peach a lot.
interesting enough, right? I'm gonna say it right.
Yeah,
I think the very interesting thing was like the first few minutes of the Mario movie is
yeah.
a 90% replica of the first few minutes of the trailer.
I guess so. But did
No, there's
the
extra scenes. There's extra scenes. Don't get me wrong. The soundtrack's a bit different. There's extra
no,
scenes.
I mean like no, the scenes we didn't see. So we didn't see the. I don't know if I don't remember seeing this in the trailers. You can correct me
What?
if I'm wrong.
Yep.
We didn't see them fixing the first place they went to. We only saw them like fist bumping before they went in, but we didn't see the rest of that. And
No,
we didn't see them.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about the Bowser opening scene.
After that or before that?
No. I'm talking about like you know when the thing opens and it's like the like we're
Oh,
attacking
the
the
literal first minute. I thought you meant the first couple minutes.
no, the
So,
literal first minute is it's so
okay,
interesting that they decide to grab that, right?
and have
You
as
know
like
what I mean? As the trailer, like you know what I mean? Because
yeah,
you sit there and you're like, it is a 90% replica of the trailer, right?
true. The only thing that I think is different, I think, is Bowser's is a slightly different line.
Yeah, Valve's got a few
Yeah,
different lines. What's it called? Um,
I think honestly, I think
he
funnily enough,
fully destroys the castle. He fully destroys the castle.
yeah,
That and then like the fact is that Kamek like puts the stairs so Bowser goes and like breaks the mystery, breaks the question block to get the star. And then
yeah,
Bowser said, "Who's gonna stop me?" That none of that happens, but like pretty much, it's very interesting how like the trailer opening scene is the opening, and then you know what I mean.
yeah.
We
I
don't
think
see any of the Brooklyn stuff in the trailer, and the next thing we see is like Mario flying out of the pipe. I'm talking about the first
yeah,
trailer release. So yeah, that's really interesting how like because I'm like really interested that like you know how trailers are supposed to like showcase a lot. It's so interesting that the trailer, the first trailer that we see, right, is
yeah.
legit like the first minute of like the movie, and then like you know what I mean, and then it's like when Mario gets there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Which is a very interesting decision. I'm just saying it's an interesting decision. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, nothing good with it. It's just an interesting decision. Don't you think it's an interesting decision? Like I'm
Yeah,
just
I mean, like it's I think it's better they show less of the movie in the trailers. Let's be honest.
I
Like,
agree,
right,
but like if you get
right.
but like you wouldn't show like 90% of the opening scene, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Which is
I
really
mean, I
interesting.
don't know.
Like again, like because it's legit. Like it's not like there are opening scenes and they cut between them, you know what I mean? It's legit
But
like
like
yeah.
honestly, what would have what? Okay, if that wasn't the opening scene of the trailer, what would have been the opening scene of the trailer? Because honestly, I think that
No, I
was
mean that should have been
the
the
opening.
opening scene. I'm not saying it
I
shouldn't,
think
right? But
I think
you
the
could have
opening
like
was like
mashed like
perfect.
I don't know, I
Honestly.
don't know. I'm just saying it's really interesting. It's an interesting choice.
I think the opening scene's almost perfect, to be honest.
No, the opening scene is perfect. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's interesting because you wouldn't. I've never seen another movie, right,
Yeah.
where the trailer is the opening scene of a film.
I mean, probably some films out there. You never know, but like, I get what you mean. They
Like
mostly
that's why I'm
don't.
saying it's very interesting choice. It's just an interesting choice.
Like
Don't
some
get me wrong.
movies get from like the midpoints or something. I don't know. Usually.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's an interesting choice. A very interesting choice. I'm not nothing wrong, nothing negative or positive about it. It's just an interesting choice.
Okay.
Interesting choice.
Okay. Want to give a rating?
Best moments. Your best
Oh,
moment
the best moment of the film. Damn.
as Basil Singer, right?
What the hell singing? Actually, no.
I'm
My actual
joking.
favorite moment of the film. I'm contemplating whether it's Mario training, the end, or the Mario Kart, like the scene with the carts,
Bro,
like the carts on the Rainbow Road.
DK's introduction, bro.
DK's introduction was amazing.
It's amazing.
DK, Donkey Kong,
Donkey
I think
Kong.
flexing is like I don't want to say nipples, but you know what I mean. Like
His
his
chest, bro. His chest.
torso, I guess. Yeah, like But it's like I don't know, one of those scenes. I
No,
enjoyed
no,
the film a lot.
no, no.
I'd say, I'd say
The movie
probably.
is enjoyable.
I think maybe probably the ending scene was probably my favorite, to be
The
honest.
ending scene's amazing as well.
Yeah,
Mario
because
and Luigi
I
getting their
really
credit,
did like
they deserved credit. This is nice in front of their
it.
hometown as well.
'Cause look, I wasn't expecting to how they do it the way they did it. Like both of
Mm.
them getting the dub basically, but they did it like that way, and they ended it like that.
Mm-mm.
Because it was like it look throughout the film, there was like them hinting that like Mario and Peach were flirting, like to an extent, like a bit. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
that's it. It didn't go any further than that, and I like it like that. Like how it was just them, like most it was just them two basically. It was just like family basically. It's family as what's his name, the Fast and Furious guy says. You know what I mean? So it's like I like that.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
like how it stayed like that because even at the end, their family were proud of them and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah. No, no, that's fine. Yeah.
How about you? What's your favorite moment then?
As like I said, as probably the DK. It's like DK, Donkey Kong. I love that. That was so good. That was like so
All right,
good.
so you want to give it a rating then? This is gonna be hard because
It's
it's
a
like
9 or a 10. There
10.
is.
Yeah, it's a
I
nine or a
don't think
10.
it's what.
It's a 9 or a 10. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really hard. I don't know which one to give it because it's really
No, I'm
good.
just saying it's a 9 or a 10. Like there's it's
I don't think you'll go any lower.
you say 9 because like there are missing stuff, but then you say 10 because it's just like.
You could say nine, Dan, and you maybe say nine because it was a simplistic part. But then you can say 10 because it's like all the references.
But like, yeah, think about this. Like, a
It's over.
simplistic plot is copy from Mario. Like,
Yeah,
dude, imagine if it's a convoluted plot. That thing would have been like, I would have been
isn't
like,
it?
you know,
The only Mario's with somewhat of a complex part are probably the RPGs.
right? And
To be honest, yeah.
that's what they said. That's what like I'm not saying they said. Like that's what like many people said on the internet. You know what I mean? The
Mm,
most complex Mario games, right? In my opinion, right?
yeah,
Are the RPG games, right? Or Luigi's Mansion. There is no other complex
yeah,
plot because like every other plot is very simple. You are saving
yeah.
Princess Peach from Bowser, pretty much.
Heath, like imagine like explaining to like a new person like Bowser's inside story. So, Bowser got this
Bro,
sucking ability, and then
bro.
Mario and Luigi got inside him, and then they had to work together without either of them kind of knowing that, and then yeah, and just like, huh? Like someone would get like somewhat confused, or partners in time, like it's all about time travel, like, huh? Or maybe even
That,
Paper Mario. Yeah, Mario's a paper. Why? That's a good question. but it's just like
There were no Paper Mario references.
there were not,
Oh,
but
that's something I should have thought.
but
That's
it's
all
like
good. It's all good. It works. It works. It's fine
I
because
mean, they're
okay,
probably. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a reference maybe in like one of the flashback
okay.
scenes
Look,
with
right.
Mario. I wouldn't be
Maybe
surprised.
maybe there was a soundtrack reference. Must have missed it. Uh,
Maybe.
Look, it's a 9, like I said, because they're missing some stuff. But then it's a 10 because it's pretty much like even without the stuff, it's pretty much works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
That's
like
that's just the way I see it.
all the references and the like just for the fact that like
They
you
love the
want
movie.
to do the
Like
world
the
thing.
creators
Yeah,
love the movie. You can see that they
I
love the
love how it's
movie.
Miyamoto Productions. I love that it's called that Miyamoto Productions because
Phenomenal,
like
phenomenal.
'cause it's like the creator dude is like, yeah, I'm working on this. Let me work on it.
Okay,
Let me. So I'm probably gonna give it a 10 to be honest.
okay. I'm probably
Probably
like again, yeah. Once you said Mediaverse, it's definitely jumps to a 10. Okay,
on a happy day, I'd give it a 10. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. It's like I'm happy about it. I'm giving it a 10.
okay. Now for the controversy
Now,
that happened for
people
the
who
Mario
didn't,
movie. What was
people
saying?
who I was gonna say for the people who didn't give it a 10, like like the critics or whatnot.
Okay, so obviously controversy. The critics used to see the Mario movie first, and then they said some. It's too simple. It's if you're not a
Uh,
Mario fan, you won't like it.
Dark apparently
Dark. What was it like? That was like somewhat. What was it saying?
offensive.
Yeah, somewhat offensive. I don't know how Mario can be offensive.
Someone even said it was too complicated, even though someone else
Um,
says it's not complicated enough.
dude, it got to the
Like,
point where like I'm gonna be honest, right? There were like lots of people scared for the Mario movie. 'Cause, you know, you see the
because
critics
of the
review,
yeah,
right? And you know what I mean? You're like, oh no, here we go. And then obviously there are critics who say like Peach is not Peach, so like you know what I mean? It's like, oh no, here we go again. You know, because well,
to give,
some people thought Peach might be work.
yeah, to give
Um,
credit though, some people, some actual critics did like it. To
okay,
give
yeah,
credit, some did, but most of them didn't.
okay, but
Yeah, but continue.
this and then some people say like they don't push the boundaries. No, no shit, bro. Like it's not meant to. This
Chief,
isn't like a like groundbreaking animation discovery or whatever. You know what I mean?
Chief, they're too busy what's it called? Breaking boundaries with Chris Chan, making sure he like voices Mario properly.
Okay.
Like, give him a break. This is their first movie, basically. Like, what do you expect?
But like anyway,
Like, you know what I mean?
dude,
As a
dude, dude,
production
dude,
from Nintendo, it's the
dude,
first movie
dude,
from
dude,
them.
dude, dude, dude. I don't know if you know about this, but like it got to the point where like all the critics, you know, people were like down, like you know what I mean,
Yeah, they were scared.
right? And then Chris, like they posted a video where Chris was like, "Go check out the movie"
Yeah,
on
why
Twitter.
not?
They legit like Chris. They put a tweet with Chris, like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Said that, you know what I'm saying?
got Chris on to do it.
Yeah, dude. Critics need to realize that this is a family movie. This is what like for me. It's like, what were you guys expecting?
Yeah,
Mario is
I
like
don't know.
family. You know what I mean? You've got Mario Party. It's meant to bring the family together. Sometimes it doesn't, but you know what I mean.
Sometimes it doesn't. I love that. Sometimes it doesn't.
You know what I'm saying. Like it's a family game,
Yeah,
a 4-player co-op game where you can get your like friends and buddies to sit down and play. You know what I mean. Most of the
right.
time, there are some single player ones as well, but yeah, it's a family game. You know.
Look, critics, you know you're in the wrong when IGN gave it an 8. Come on, bro. You know, like even IGN.
And then like you sit there and you're like, okay, well let's wait. And then when everyone came out, like it's like a 96 on Rotten Tomato, I think from like people.
I think it was 98 to be
Or
honest. I'll double
98,
check.
98, 98. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, like there's
it's
a
like
big when there's a big disparity, you know something's gone wrong. That's why I always like double check stuff.
it's like that one time, wasn't it like Cuties was like highly rated by the critics and everyone was
Yeah,
like,
okay, so
no.
yeah, it's 96. I think yesterday was 98.
Yeah, okay. But
53 for critics.
and look, look, I get it. Critics are like paid to give a review, right?
Yeah,
But it's like for me, I sit there, it's like no offense, right? I just wish like because critics are like those English teachers that are like he used the color blue because it symbolizes his like freedom of the sky or something, right?
Right.
And it's like, no, we use the blue curtain because like we only had the blue curtain color.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Like, have you seen that?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
no. For me, it's like critics need to do their due diligence, right?
Yeah.
And doing not a review of the movie because that's okay. That's their point. You do a thorough review. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying that they should do not a thorough review, but like a
What takes things into account, kind of thing.
no. It's like you do your pre-work before you do your work. You kind of get what I'm saying?
I get what you mean.
So like, do some research. Mario is a PG movie. It's expected to be PG, right? You know it's
Yeah.
gonna be heavy fan service. You know that. Like everyone knew that, right?
Mm.
You look at other games. Is Mario like let's just look at the plot of Mario games. It's very simplistic. So is the movie gonna use a simplistic plot? No, probably. So let's just like you know what I mean? Tick that off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like all these things. Like do your pre-research. You know what I mean? It's like this. Let me give you another example, right? It's like how do you say it?
What?
Let's say I'm giving you an example. There is because there is the movie probably it's called Air, like the Michael Jordan Air movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
dude? Critics have to at least know that like this is like a basketball movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's heavily influenced by Michael Jordan. B, and it's heavily influenced by the shoe line, Nike shoe line. If they don't do those three things, yeah,
Yeah.
come on, like you know what I mean?
True.
It's like you kind of get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to like bit of background research.
Right, exactly. It's like that's you know what I mean. If it's like imagine you go into like the movie Air, like which is a basketball movie, and then you say like not enough soccer.
Yeah.
Like you kind of get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like what you think like is gonna happen. You know what I mean? I'm just saying example. You know what I mean? It's like the Lion King movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone knew was gonna be a one-to-one replica of of it. Like you know what I mean? I'm not saying critics said this. I'm just saying example. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
Imagine the critic said it doesn't expand on the Lion King movie, but everyone knew it was going to be like a one-to-one copy.
True.
Just rate it on its one-to-one copy.
I know, right?
I'm just saying, like, watch if the Little Mermaid like live movie, right? I don't know if it's one-to-one copy, but let's say it's like example, it is a one-to-one copy, and then they say like it doesn't expand on the Little Mermaid movie.
Like
I'm
what?
gonna
Like
like punch myself in
supposed
the
to be a
face.
remaster.
What?
Supposed to be like a or like just a like what's the word? Bringing it to I forgot the like real life. I don't know
Yeah, I know,
what.
but if it's meant to be a one-to-one copy, right? Like I'm saying,
Like
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like if it is a one-to-one copy, like the movie it is a one-to-one copy, but it's like a real life, yeah. And then they say something along the lines of like it doesn't evolve, like I'm gonna punch myself in the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you mean.
If you gotta think if it doesn't say if it doesn't say that and it is, then you can say that. You know what I mean?
Even with this in mind, though, you should still consider like what the movie has, and you go,
No,
all right, like
there
even
is a
with this in
lot.
mind, you can probably go, 6, 7 out of 10. You know what I mean?
It's
But if
like
you know, it's just like, yeah, it's just bad.
no, like as in like for example, right? I'm not. There's probably a critic. I didn't read all the reviews. There's probably critics that probably says there's too much fan service. What do you expect?
Yeah, I found one. This isn't a movie. It's a checklist of fan expectations.
Bro, but what do you
But
expect
it's
it to
done in a
be?
movie format.
What do you expect it to be? What do you expect it to be?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. One more thing for critics. You can't just take whatever like is the most trending thing on Twitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like some of the most trending thing is like woke. You know what I mean? Feminism. You know what I mean? Uh, there's a few others. You know what I mean?
right.
And if the movie does not include any of those, it's like it's a terrible movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, yeah,
Dude, imagine. I'm just gonna be honest, right? Imagine a movie, right? And it's like World War, right? And you're trying to like
yeah.
get as much historical reenactment, but at the same time you want to add in characters and flair, so it's not a documentary, right?
Hmm.
You do it as accurate as you can, right? And then they say there's no female soldiers.
Sure. I remember actually seeing something akin to that. It
I didn't actually see that. I'm surprised that that actually happened.
was
But
alright.
what do you expect? Like if
Yeah.
you looked at history, there hasn't been too many female soldiers. You know what I mean? You kind of get what I'm
Sure.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, what were you expecting? That the guy wanted to do as historical, accurate representation, but doesn't want it to be a documentary. So it adds some flair by adding some characters, maybe one or two characters that you can like a bit like and develop them. You know what I'm saying? But then there's
Right.
no female soldiers. Like, bro, like we're trying to make it accurate. It's you know what I mean? I'm not saying. I'm just saying like that's in the past. Like obviously that now this times have changed, but that's just in the past.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Anyway, we've rambled on a bit too much on critics.
It's
They
like,
don't deserve this much time for getting it wrong. We will see. I think I'm going to be honest. The next movie I will see for critics, I'm going to say it. I think The Little Mermaid is going to flop so badly, and then critics are going to love it.
probably.
I'm being honest.
I mean, it doesn't look good.
Yeah,
You,
that's what
s-
I'm
you,
saying. Like
you
I'm
saw
saying, like
you
I've
saw
seen
the
so many people
first
already
time
bag it for how like terrible it looks.
whilst we were waiting for the movie to start. You saw the trailer for the first time in that cinema. What did you
Well,
think of it?
I've seen images and I was like, dude, it looks terrible.
Yeah, it does. It looks
Dude, it's
bad.
not that. It's like Ariel's hair in the movie in the animated movie always looks good. You know what I mean? You kind of get what I'm saying?
You sound like you're about to get cancelled, words. Yes. But yeah, go for it.
Bro, well, her hair just looks soggy in some parts.
I get what you mean.
That's all
Like,
I gotta say. Like, I sit there and it's just weird because when I see the animation of
it
Ariel,
doesn't
her
even
hair
look
always
red.
looks like luscious. You know what I mean?
It doesn't even look red, in my opinion.
No, it
I don't
doesn't
know
look
if
red.
maybe
I'm not saying that. You know what I
but
mean?
yeah,
But when you see the movie, like Ariel's hair looks like the whole time luscious. You know that scene where she like goes on the rock and then like her hair's
yeah,
blowing back in the wind and then there's the water. You're not gonna reenact that in a CG, like not even CG
yeah.
because
They
you're using
actually
IRL.
they
You know what I
had that.
mean?
I had that
What?
scene in the trailer. They had that scene in the
Yeah,
trailer.
but
It
that didn't
was
look the
good.
same.
Yeah,
That didn't look the
yeah.
same because I'm
Of
telling
course,
you,
it's
the
not gonna
hair
look
looks
right.
wet and soggy.
See, it's not going to look the same because there's a difference between animation and real life.
That's
Animation,
what
you
I'm
can
saying. Like,
express
yeah,
things
there are some things
different.
that cannot
No,
be done real life. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no,
like I
definitely.
said, like, dude, imagine trying to make luscious hair, luscious wet hair. How do you do that? How do you do that? You get what I'm
Get
saying?
like get like 10 hairstylists at the
That's
set.
what I'm saying. Like, it's impossible. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, there is no way. Like, I get it. There's so many other aspects, and I'm not gonna get canceled probably because of wet hair. But yeah,
would it be like
no,
coming off? Yeah,
Twitter won't come after me. But I'm being serious. You know what I mean?
yeah, I get what you mean. It's a
Dude,
bit odd.
dude, I'm gonna be honest. If Rapunzel gets what's it called? A CG, bro, yeah.
Yeah.
A guy climbing here is gonna look weird.
Now that that always looks weird because there's a lot of plays of that, so it always looks weird.
Hmm.
No matter how it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think we rambled, as you said, for way too long.
Anyway. I don't want to give critics too much time, but yeah. Like I said, like we'll see, because I've seen so many people already bag the movie. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Okay,
Also, a lot of fans like it,
is
as
there?
they should. They like it. A lot of
Fair
fans. A
enough,
lot of
fair
fans
enough, fair
like it.
enough.
Yeah.
But we will see. We will see. We will see what happens. We will see what happens.
We'll see how much money it makes.
Um,
So far, just because I decided to Google search, it's been doing really good. So
what
that's
Little
pretty
Mermaid?
good. Okay, Super Mario Bros. Jumping to
I thought we were talking
127.5.
about Little Mermaid.
No, I was talking about the Mario movie.
Oh,
No, I was talking about when I was talking about the fan thing. I was talking about Mario movie. Sorry.
I was talking about the Little Mermaid.
You were mentioning the critics and all that, so I was just talking about the Mario movie.
No, I was talking about we will see the critics on Little Mermaid.
Ah, sorry. Yeah, no
No,
worries
it's
then.
all good. That's on me. Anyway, go ahead.
Little Mermaid's, I think it's gonna
No,
suck.
no,
But
go ahead. See the talk about the Mario movie. I want to see the
so
play.
it's like Super Mario Bros. Jumping to 127.5 million, second best 5-day debut for Illumination. Second best. That's pretty good for like for a film that just got like pooped on like reviews wise from critics. And what for a first movie from Nintendo?
And just so we know, there is a sequel pretty much in plan in
For all we know, probably. Seems like
yeah.
there is. It's not as evident. It's not as obvious like other films like Sonic, but
Hmm.
they're probably planning another one. Especially with that,
Yeah.
they're probably gonna.
Um. Yeah. Yes. The final thing I want to say, and this is probably the last thing that we go mention.
Yeah, the most important thing. Yeah.
Movie reviews will be back for this channel. The bi-weekly or whenever we watch a movie review, that
Yeah.
will be back. Yeah, we're gonna stop the MCU because we're gonna do some other stuff. The
Even
next
though we haven't
review
watched it in a while.
will be the Puss in Boots movie review.
Yeah.
I've
Last
not
wish.
seen it. Mikey
I have.
has seen it in cinemas. He got lucky.
Yep.
I didn't get lucky. Um, yeah, I'm gonna give my first look of it, and you're going to give an opinionated second look of it.
Yeah.
All right then.
And then I'm gonna go watch the Mario movie a second. So.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Uh, any last
Any
words?
last words?
Uh,
DK Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong. All right, that's it. Goodbye.
All right. See you guys. Peace.